when people say that they've been practicing law of attraction but their manifestations just don't seem to be coming true, they are actually trying to tell you that they are failing to manifest because they don't know how to let go. Many a times the situation is so complex that they themselves don't know that the reason why they're not being able to manifest is because they don't know how to let go or the importance of letting go. This particular episode is going to be a master key for everybody who has been struggling with the whole process of letting go, or is struggling just to manifest because they did not even know about the concept of letting go. To the point that in my own personal journey, letting go has been a very important milestone. Learning about letting go, I have done a lot of research on this, I've done a lot of personal work on this, and in today's episode I'm going to share everything with you. Because if I would not have found these resources, if I would not have learned how to let go, I would not have been able to reach the stage where I have been able to set up Paycheck to Profit, become a content creator, started podcasts, and teaching the world about the importance of law of attraction. First of all, let me give you a very quick example of how does letting go even look like in your own life. Let's say you want to start a business and you are somebody who's tried their hands at business earlier and that failed. Instead of now trying to focus on how do you start a new business, if you are holding on to emotions of you were cheated in the first business, your partner in the first business did not act the way they were supposed to, and they duped you for money, and your vendors did not do a good job with you, and that is why you are now unsure if you are going to be good at business. All of these emotions are holding you back, and that is why it is very important for you to learn how to let go and create the right energy for your future manifestations. Make sure that you listen to this episode till the end, because in this episode I'm going to share with you two resources, two books that have helped me tremendously to master the concept, master the actual practice, and understand the depth of importance of letting go. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Unlock the Abundance, a podcast created by the group of Paycheck to Profit, a community which is helping millennials and Gen Zs across the world build a better relationship with money and unlock their financial abundance. I'm Manish Ahuja, your host, your financial abundance coach, and founder of Paycheck to Profit. The reason why it is very important for you to let go can be explained with a very, very, very simple demonstration. When your hands are full and you need to make space for a new resource, how are you going to make space for a new resource if your hands are full? If you want to start a new business and if you're holding on to the emotions of failure of the last business, how are you going to make it possible? For that to happen, you will have to clean your hands. You'll have to free your hands for something new to be placed on your hand. Now, with this simple demonstration, what you understand is letting go is very important for you so that you can create room for new experiences. You can create room for new possibilities, new opportunities. When you're holding on to your past emotions, similarly, on a very spiritual level, on a very psychological level, you're holding on to your past failures. If you spend a lot of time and energy holding on to your past, how are you going to create space and time for the future possibilities to enter your life? This is the first and the most important reason why you need to learn how to let go. And by now, I'm sure most of you have understood the importance of why you want to learn how to let go on ASAP basis. Now, a obvious question that would come into your mind is, but Manish, how do I let go? For that, let's talk about how can you get into the process of letting go, which makes me to come to the point second, which is start making a list. More often than not, we fail to finish a particular task because we don't even understand the scope of work that that task determines or requires. I want you to sit peacefully with a notepad and start making a list of everything that you want to let go. Past emotions, past relationships, past baggages, past experiences, everything that is not serving you, everything that brings you hurt, everything that brings you a lot of sadness. I want you to tabulate it in a list and understand what exactly are you dealing with. This may feel extremely overwhelming, or this may even feel scary to some people, but the moment you start making a list, the moment all of those emotions start coming out on paper, immediately you will feel a huge sense of relief, and 50% of your work will already be done, because the moment you put something out on paper, you'll realize that a lot of energy is exhaling from your body, and that in itself is a very big sign of relief. And even it, of course, that's not going to be the only thing that you'll have to do, but at least you have taken the first step and you have started creating a space of what you want to understand and let go. And I want you to immediately start filling the space with positive emotions, positive content, positive mindset, and create space for new positive ideas to enter into your life. And the best way to create a space for positive ideas and in which Paycheck to Profit can help you is for me to invite you into the Profit Clan. Profit Clan is an email community which has been created for all the members of Paycheck to Profit. You get exclusive emails about new episodes that are getting released. You get access to freebies. You get access to a community which of 2000 plus people on Facebook. You'll get the link of that when you join Profit Clan, and you get all the exclusive content and resources that are created for the Profit Clan of Paycheck to Profit. In fact, you also get access to weekly masterclass, which is called the Profit Masterclass, which is sent to all Profit Clan members. We do not sell this list, we do not spam this list, but every email that you get from the Profit Clan is going to be a beautiful resource for you to learn how to build a new relationship with money. In the show notes of this episode, you're going to find the link to join the Profit Clan. So make sure that you go ahead and become a member of the Profit Clan, because this clan genuinely feels incomplete without you. The third thing that you need to do when it comes to letting go is learn to forgive yourself. One of the reasons why you are not being able to let go of the past emotions, the past relationships, past failures is because you are holding yourself guilty. And it is very, very, very difficult and painful to live with that amount of guilt. It's holding you back. It's literally affecting you mentally, psychologically, physically, and on so many levels with regards to your confidence, with regards to your future. Don't hold yourself to such unrealistic standards. Learn to forgive yourself. Learn to be graceful towards your own self. You're a beautiful human being and you deserve so much better. And that is only going to happen when you learn how to forgive yourself. One easier way to forgive yourself is to start visualizing your new life. You cannot unlock your new life unless until you know the direction which you're working towards, right? So start visualizing what does your new life look like. How do you visualize yourself once you have forgiven yourself? What are you doing now? What have you set up a new business? Have you progressed tremendously in your career? Have you moved industries, and are you now working in a completely different industry? Look at what next. Look at what's ahead of you. Look at yourself experiencing all the possible new possibilities that your mind, your subconscious brings to you, and most importantly, look at yourself excelling at all of those new possibilities, because you have to get up every day with that enthusiasm and energy, which may feel difficult or impossible at this moment, but it is not impossible. It's just that you have to create a space for all of those situations to come true into your life. And one way to create that space, and one way to actually assimilate all of these points that I have told you about in this episode, is to start journaling every day. If I want you to go away from this episode with just one commitment to yourself, it has to be that I want you to start understanding the importance of journaling on an absolute daily basis. Journaling is one of the most underrated and yet one of the most powerful exercises that humans can do. Just take a notebook and a pen and start journaling every day of your life. Start expressing what have you experienced in the entire day. How did those experiences make you feel? What are you trying to achieve? What are your goals? What is it that you are trying to manifest in your life, and why is it so important for you to manifest these desires? Journaling, for that matter of fact, is one of the most pressed upon tools and exercises in the Paycheck to Profit Academy. In the Paycheck to Profit Academy, I literally tell people to create 4 journals. I tell people to have a journal around them in the on their bedside table at all times. I literally tell my students to start journaling as the first thing when they wake up, and before they even pick up their phone, or even before they go and freshen up. That is how important journaling is to me, and journaling has literally changed my life. If you would want me to create more episodes on the whole concept of journaling, please go ahead and leave the word journal in the comments below. While you go into the comments, make sure that you are also ensuring that you are subscribed to this channel if you would want to know about the new episodes that are being released, and let me know about all of your comments with regards to law of attraction. If you have any questions of what you've heard in this episode, or if you have any other questions with regards to the subject of law of attraction that you would want more clarity on, if you want me to create episodes on some other subject associated with law of attraction, manifestation, money mindset, just let me know your questions, give me your feedback, let me know if I can do something better for you in the future episodes, and I'll be very mindful about reading all the comments, getting back to you, and creating the episodes on journaling if you want me and wish me to. If you're listening to this podcast episode, you'll find the link to the YouTube video of the same episode in the show notes. You can click on that and go to the YouTube video and leave the comment, journal, or all of your questions on that link. A very quick summary of all the 5 points that we've discussed in this episode. If you want to learn the exercise of letting go and create new energy and possibilities for yourself, if you want to let go, you will have to free your hands for new possibilities to enter into your life. You have to make a list of all the things and emotions that and experiences that you're trying to let go. You will have to learn how to forgive yourself. You will have to start visualizing your new life, and most importantly, you have to journal every day. If you've listened to this episode till this point, I'm very grateful for you. I would want you to make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel of Paycheck to Profit, or subscribe to this the Unlock the podcast on the application where you're listening to this episode. Also follow Paycheck to Profit on Instagram, because we are creating a lot of new content over there. You get a lot of updates on behind the scenes and the stories of our Instagram channel. In fact, I told you at the start of this episode, if you choose to stay back till the end of the episode, I'm going to share with you 2 resources, and now is the time to tell you about this. I'm going to share with you 2 books which are extremely popular, and I have read both of them. The first book is Letting Go, The Path of Surrender by Dr. David Hawkins. I read this book many years ago. I actually heard the audiobook of this, and it's high time I give this book a complete rehaul, and I want to read this book all over again. It's a very, very, very powerful book. This was actually my introduction to the world of letting go, and very recently I've just got done finishing the book The Art of Letting Go by Nick Trenton. Just look at the cover, how beautiful this cover is, and it tells you, isn't this the mindset that you're living with? Isn't this how you feel? There are so many things on your mind which are not allowing you to live a life of freedom. I want you to, if you want, you can support this podcast by finding the links to these books in the show notes. Click on those links, those are affiliate links, and that would be a great way for you to support this podcast. And you will also learn how to let go. Both of these books are extremely powerful. I've recently read The Art of Letting Go just about 3 weeks ago, and it has still stayed with me. I know I'm going to keep going back to that book again and again and again. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel or the podcast wherever you're consuming this, because the next episode of this podcast is going to focus on how to embrace change. When you let go of things, when you create space for new possibilities to enter into your life, that is going to be a change entering into your life, and it is not easy for everybody to embrace that change. It's very important to learn how to do that. So if you want to get to know about that episode, make sure that you subscribe to this podcast. If you have enjoyed and found value in this episode, I would really recommend you to check the 5th episode of this podcast, which is called How Does Manifestation Actually Improve Your Relationship with Money Easily? It's a very powerful episode. I've got a lot of good comments on that episode, so make sure that you check that episode. You'll find the link to that episode in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening to this episode till the end. I really appreciate your commitment towards your learning and your personal growth. Do support this video by liking it, and if you're listening to this episode on the podcast application of your choice, please give us 10 seconds and give us a 5-star, 5 hearts, 5 likes, 5 mics, depending on the user interface of the application that you choose. And make sure that you subscribe to Paycheck to Profit across YouTube and Instagram, so that you can keep getting updates about all the future episodes. Do not forget to join the Profit Clan. The clan literally feels incomplete without you, and I cannot wait to welcome you into the Profit Clan. That's all what I have for you today. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your company, and I cannot wait to connect with you all over again. Please take good care of yourself. Keep smiling, keep going, keep growing.